what I got? I made a fancy Eclair Torte. Now the video is going to follow to show you how I made it. But it's so good. You got your cream puff layer, you got your pudding cream cheese layer, you got your Cool Whip, you got your chocolate syrup. Oh, it's good. I'm going to show you how to make it. Bye. Good morning, y'all. Or afternoon, or whenever you're watching this. It's still morning for me, so I just say good morning. But welcome to Rita's Roost, and we're going to make something good. I'm going to show you how to make something good. Years ago, I used to subscribe to those Taste of Home magazines, and one recipe that came out in there was called an Éclair Torte. Oh, and it's good. That cream puff dough with the pudding and cream cheese and stuff. But we're going to start by melting this butter in this little pot. I've got my induction burner here. I hope this pan works on it. We're going to melt the butter. What we're going to need in a cup of water, we're going to put the stick of butter and a cup of water in there. Did I measure that water? Crazy me. I think I got too much. Goofy thing. I think I run some water into my cup and I think I forgot to measure it. Alright. I hope you don't do things like I do. Because I can mess up a train wreck, as they say. But anyway, it'll all come out. It'll all work. Now, we're going to melt that. And let's see, my butter's salted, but we want just a dash of salt, or a fourth of a teaspoon. Now, let's go ahead and get some of this other stuff ready while that melts. I can't believe I did that. I really think I had too much water. Because I took it over to the sink and run the water in there, and I don't think I checked to see how much was in there. Now this is the size pan we're going to use. What are they? This is the one I use. 13 by 9. 13 and a half, 9 and a half, I think. But this is the size I use, and I'm going to grease that. If you want to make something fancy for a potluck or Easter or even Christmas or either holidays, this is what you need to make. I'm telling you, it's good. Now, I've just lightly greased that. Let me give that just a little. I want my butter to melt. Now, I'm going to set that out of the way. I'm going to show you this dish that we're going to put it in. I bought this thing at Walmart. Man, I bet it was 30-something years ago. It's what I keep it in the box when I'm not using it. And it actually has a price sticker on it. $6.97. But I kind of think I gave $5 for it. Don't know if it was after the holidays and it was on sale or what. But when we make this thing, I've got to clean this up before I use it. But we'll put our Éclair Torte on this. So that's coming up. I've got to clean that up. Whoop, that's boiling. Let's see. That's boiling. And it melted the butter, stick of butter and a cup of water. Now I've got a cup of plain flour and I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to stir that up. It's going to make just a nice smooth little ball. This is the same dough you'd use if you were making eclairs or cream puffs. Now I'm going to add 4 eggs to it, but if I put those eggs in there right now, it's going to scramble my eggs. So I'm going to come back in like 5 minutes after that cools just a little bit, and we're going to add our eggs. So I'll see you in just a bit. Alright, we come back. We've let it cool enough that it's not going to scramble these eggs when I put them in there. But it's still hot. It's still just pretty warm. Now we're going to add 4 eggs, but we're going to add them one at a time. I'm going to go ahead and break them all. Then I'll just dump them in there one at a time and stir them up good each time. Now, here we go. Let's get this back here. I'm going to put one and stir it up. And this stuff gets slick with these eggs in here. It really does. That one's mixed pretty good. I'm going to add one more. Stir it up. Well, tell you it gets slick. Did you see that? It come out of the little pan. See how it does now? You just got to keep working at it and get each one mixed in there pretty good. Stir, and I use the back of my spoon to push them in there. If you make this, you'll know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about it getting slick. This wants to slide out of the pan. Alright, that's mixed pretty good. We're going to put one more. Get it stirred in there. I might should have used a little bit bigger pot. Pieces of that. I'm going to put that last one and then work on getting this mixed up. I guess you could use a mixer, but I always just do it by hand. There. And I've preheated the oven to 400. Now it's mixing. I'm not going to lose none of the pieces now. Can you see how it changed up now? That's just a big wad of dough now that's not all in clumps. And here's our greased pan. Let's see, I'm going to get it all out. Got it all out of there. Now I'm going to smooth it out in this pan. It don't have to be real smooth, because when it bakes, it's going to puff up really big. You'll be amazed what this looks like when I take it out in the oven in a little bit. Let's see how long I do keep it in the oven. 30 to 35 minutes we'll put it in the oven. And I've not taken it up the sides because when it rises, it'll kind of do that itself. If I did, it's not much. That's about the best I can do. You get all that off there. Alright, I'm going to put it in the oven, and I'll bring it when it's about 30-35 minutes. I'll bring it out and I'll show it to you, and then we'll have to let it cool to go on with our next step. But we're started. Well, I took it out of the oven, and it's been out of the oven just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. And when I first took it out, I wish I'd have showed you then, because it was kind of puffed up, and it's kind of falling now, but isn't that pretty? That's like a cream puff dough. Now I've got it on a wire rack, and I'm gonna let it cool completely. And after it cools, it'll come out of here. Well, it's still a little bit stuck, but I'm gonna slide it out of here onto my big platter that I've washed, and we'll make up the pudding and cream cheese. But gotta cool, because you don't want to put the cold pudding on there now. So I'm going to go do some more chores. I'm going to leave out the kitchen, and we'll come back and finish this in a little while. Here I am again. I tell you what, I've beat myself going and coming this morning. But, oh, that's still a little warm. But I'm going to take it out of there. And we're going to kind of cool it a little more and finish it up. I don't think I greased my pan good enough. You make sure you grease your pan good enough where it'll come out. Because this one's kind of a little bit stuck down in the middle. They're not too bad. I'm going to put it there so it can keep it cool. And see how it's made just a little shell now? So, while that cools, we're going to mix up our pudding and cream cheese filling for it. Going to have whipped topping here too in a little bit. Alright, can you see me if I move over here? I'm going to put the cream cheese in there. This thing will be ready in just no time at all. It's not a holiday yet, so I may have to eat a little bit of it just to prove to you how good it is. My cream cheese is softened. I put it out this morning early when I started, when I told you guys in another video what I was fixing to make. Put it in the bowl. Now I'm gonna cream that just for a little bit before I add the milk and the pudding. Sometimes I can't remember if my cream cheese has been in the freezer, if it's one I bought fresh. But that one looks pretty good. Alright, I've got 2 boxes of instant vanilla pudding. I think one of them's French vanilla and one's plain vanilla. So either one would be fine. And I have 3 cups of cold milk. I'm going to put that in there too. Now our pudding. easy to make, and it's so good. Get this other box open. And I could have made the pudding, but I just wanted to show you guys that you can just buy this and do it this way too. But you can always improvise things and make them more homemade if you wanted to. Now I'm going to turn that on. I think I'm going to scrape that bowl down just a little bit. Get that cream cheese down in there. We'll have this ready in just a minute. I had my whipped topping in the freezer so I can finish it. I think I'm going to pop it in the microwave and defrost it just a little bit. Yeah, it's frozen. Scrape that bowl down. That was cold milk, really cold. Almost had ice chunks in it because I had it in the refrigerator on the porch. And that old refrigerator on the porch, it doesn't work exactly right. So it makes things extra cold. So it made my cream cheese not soft again. Let that go just for a minute. I tell you what, if y'all see those naughty gnomes in here, they've been in here causing me to have all kinds of problems. So if you see them, you have to tell me so I can run them out of here. Did I get that now? Get that off my beater. I think I'll take it off there so it won't drip on my counter. Oh my. Alright, now we're going to put this, wait. I've washed my big platter now. So, we're going to put that right there. We're going to move this. I'm going to step over here and get something out of the refrigerator so when I can finish this. Be right back. In the refrigerator is something I need. Gotta have this. Now we're going to put this pudding layer. I should have did that with my hand mixer. Sometimes my hand mixer does stuff better than the KitchenAid. But we're going to put this layer. Don't that already look good? Get it all on there. This is April the 6th, and it's almost Easter. You guys need to make this for Easter. I'm just going to share this with my family, and they'll eat it. Put that back there. Now, we're going to put the whipped topping. Cool Whip, whipped topping. And it was frozen, not exactly thawed out yet, but you get the point. This is supposed to be fancy, but I'm making it for our everyday. I've got 2 of them here, but since I'm just gonna eat this right away, I'm not gonna put it all on there. I think that's enough to. It was still a little frozen in the middle. Now, the chocolate syrup, the finishing touch, and I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of this on there. Don't want to put too much, but I'm going to put a little bit. And there's my Eclair Torte. That looks good. I'm going to stop this just for a minute. And I'll be right back, and I'll get me a plate, and I'm going to get me some. Well, I come back, and I've got my plate, I've got my fork, got me a knife to cut me a little piece. Which little piece do I want? I'm going to get this little corner this one right there. And I need to put it in the refrigerator and let it chill, but I gotta show you. My fork, and let's just take a little bite. If you like eclairs, you're gonna love this. And since it's made in the one big shell, it's just easy to take to fancy things. That's so good. Y'all are gonna watch me drool over here. I really would love to share it with you, and a cup of coffee and just a little bit of conversation someday. If you're ever in my neck of the woods, let me know ahead of time so I can clean my house up before you come visit, though. That is absolutely divine. No kidding. Alright, I better save some for my family. Bye.